हेलो एवरीवन, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आज 18 अक्टूबर 2022 दिन है, ट्यूसडे, और आज हम करने जा रहे हैं द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर की एनालिसिस। केरला गवर्नर से ही कैन बी सैक रिमिटेड मिनिस्टर, कैबिनेट member learning the dignity of governor office will be retried action. The one Khan following the higher education minister R. Bindu's remark on the refusal of sign university bill law. Governor Arif Muhammad Khan on the Monday opened the next battle against the state government by the threatening to remove the ministry from the post if they are conducting lower the dignity of his office. In an official told Mr. Khan said the CM and the Council of Ministers have to the right to advise the governor and but the statement individual of minister that lowering the dignity of the governor office can invite the action of including the withdrawal on pressure. Congress President Paul seek to 96% delegates running of the cast vote. More than the 9,500 Congress delegation across the country vote on Monday to choose between the Mallikarjun Kharge and Shashi Tharoor was the next party chief. Ongoing, the Congress President Sonia Gandhi said had been waiting for this day long. Mr. Khagre is being to seen to the establishment candidate for the next stage proximately to the Gandhi family. Several senior leaders including Ashok Gehlot, P. Chatramadam, Ambedkar, Sonali and Malika Vaishnaw as secretary of Gandhi's family will be continue play key role. The Madhusudan Mistry, who head to the party Central Election Authority, hold a report to 96%, 9,915 Delhi Pradesh committees Congress committee delegates had voted. After the next day, Sasodhya quizzed for the 9 hours by the CBI in excise cases. The Central Bureau of Investigation on Monday questioned the Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Sunil Sasodhya on connection with the excise policy case, in which could he been named to the accusing along with the 14 others. After a visit of Rajnath, Mr. Sasodhya reached to the CBI headquarters. Visit Rajghat, Mr. Sasodhya reached to the CBI headquarters around the 15:11 am and the present himself before the investigation officer to record the investment. He was questioned for about 9 hours. It is learned to the two of the person being summoned by the agency. After the next article, space student losing out of free coaching as the Delhi government yet to be paid many institute. Kriti 24 23, daughter of the milkman, aspired to be the become a IS officer in since her school days, but the could be not afford the money to require to enroll the good private coaching institute. She was a cloud nine when he got the through the Delhi government scheme of facilitating the free coaching for the civil service aspirants, but the joy was the short-lived. About the 13,000 students enrolled around the scheme for the first SC, ST, OBC families in October 2021. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे जो एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स है। नेक्स्ट पेज जो एडिटोरियल की है, ट्रेड केयरफुली, फ्री growth trend need to be the watched closely before the rising interest rate. India in latest inflation data present the policymakers was a frequent choice. The whether to respond to the latest escalation in retail price again 5 months high with more the seasonal interest in increase. The pressure of monitoring thing was the follows of figure growth or gain to more transaction. Inflation figure based on the consumer price index. So the retail price is under the astringency trajectory for food price leading the charges. Vegetable and cereals are the biggest culprits, with the price for the former surging the 18% from the a year early, the rising the substantial 2.6% from the preceding month. Staple grains including rice and wheat, climbed by the 11.5% from the September 2021 and increased the 2% from the August level. These two food items have been the combined the weighted of the 15.7 in the overall CPI, accounting for the more than the a third of food and the site. After the next article, but today weapon of choice in expanding the dimension, 21st century advance and the danger, and cyber threat is the becoming the Hydra headed the monster. It is hardly comprehend anyone domain through the military, which one of the often touches. Rather, its civilian sphere where the cyber threat is becoming the all prevalent today. In turn to serious means, the in beginning of the cascading effort of questioning being based right how this should to fit with the belief and need to be for well regulated world order. What is the most unfortunate need to enough to attention being to the booster on all the encompassing nature and cyber threat in the wake of the Russian-Ukraine conflict world seems to slash a paper of paper on artificial intelligence, AI-driven military invasion and potential crisis hot dawn along with stray reference to the new norms of highway warfare, but there is a little about the threat to post cyber attack, ignoring also the new reality of the weaponization of everything, which is the intent to vocabulary threat and later to clearly dimension and photo revelation outlook on the fault of the policy maker, which is eventually lacking. The lost of in transaction is who is the nature of today weapon choice. Cyber lack of the awareness on with non-state actors now engaging the hybrid warfare and restoring the day-to-day practice and world maybe have to confront the new kind of the world wise. तो उसके रिलेटेड ये पूरा आर्टिकल दिया गया है. Gone Girl, the zero tolerance to violence against women is now a acceptable course. The report violence against the women is to probably trip to the iceberg and concerning the more than the reveal. The bad part is the reveals can be sometimes the shock to collective conscience and nation, especially in harmonious crime that played out in both late daylight assault young women. The last week incident of the violence in Chennai where the college student Satyadev as a distracting the young men pursuing her automatically romantically pushed her route path of the oncoming the train on did no less to the agitation of the public. The incident of violence against women in the train station in Chennai are following nearly the coffee cat pattern after the Swati. The young Stitches was the murder in 2016 and brought daylight in by the man who was against the striking her in a railway station in the 2021 Sweta a women college Gojar was murdered near to the suburban train station by the man on troubled relationship with her. In case these is cases in relatively Stockler expect to the fact that the his overtuition was turned down to the girls directly to lead to violence. Earlier this month, an 8-year-old girl in Delhi was kidnapped and sexually assaulted and murdered. In September, the bodies of two teenage girls found in the lake. Kimpur, Kheri, and Uttar Pradesh. Police said there had been the strength to grab and hang from the tree after the rape. Only these few cases hit headline and make to impact on social media, mainly on underreported and massive unseen the underbelly of the iceberg. After the next articles, where recovery analysis that point out what India's got wrong. A recent World Bank report the title to correcting core the capture impact of COVID-19 pandemic on global property. The number of people living in the extreme poverty rose in 7 crore million in 2022 as the global poverty rate rose from the 8.4% to 2019 to 9.3% in 2022. Is the first time in the 2 decades that the poverty rate has gone and global inequalities have widened. The evident and revelative impact fell to income and richest country opposed to the protest and unsurprising economic recovery has similarly unbearable. Report focus on the physical policy and instrument of the government dealing to crises such as a pandemic power for our countries are unable to use the physical policy effectively and those sign of any course of erection. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. Judicial calm over the arithmetic. The Constitution Bench Supreme Court has anomalously had at a larger bench to reveal over the decision of smaller bench, irrespective the number of the judges constituting a majority in larger bench. All known on the law of that a decision of the supervisor court will be always being on the lower court, and there will be decision of larger bench will be always hold for the over the similar bench with some court. Thus, it cannot be law seeking to ensure that the stability and the constitution decision over the court. The principle stemmed from the assumption that bench have to with more strength is likely to be aggravate and co-resolution. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो टेक्स्ट ऑन कॉन्टेस्ट के हैं. Hindi imposition and its discontent. What is the report recommendation parliamentary committee on official language? What is the linguistic role initially start? What is the historic of anti-Hindi education in Tamil Nadu? How the regional leaders reacted? The report of recommendation parliamentary committee on official language as Hindi used medium of instruction in central institution higher education Hindi speaking state and regional language in other states once again the estimated controversy over it called the criticize of BJP and attempt to the impose Hindi on non-Hindi speaking people. Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu Kerala M.K. Stalin and Pinarayi Vijayan have voiced their the concern over the recommendation. उसके ऊपर पूरा आर्टिकल दिया गया है. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल. हाउ डज द टोकनाइजेशन प्रिवेंट ऑनलाइन कार्ड फ्रॉड? Why was the be mandate to generate a token on online merchant purchase? How will it move to the kick hacker and maker to adware? It will be lead to the better consumer security. The Reserve Bank of India RBI have the recommended tokenization of debit credit card of online merchant from the October 1. Till then, the card had detail on online purchase or the store on the server of this merchant in the order to help to customer and avoid the keying the details every time the software with merchant. What is the tokenization? As per the RBI FAQ, tokenization of date last month, tokenization referred to the replacement actual and details of alternative code called to the token, which set will be unique at the combination of card and token request the entity which aspect to respect to the consumer for the tokenization of a card and based on it card network issue the corresponding token. So if use mobile and website for the online purchasing, merchant can the only behalf of that can be displayed the confusion and rise in the question of token with the card issuing bank on the card network such as a MasterCard. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे. कम्युनिटी नेक्स्ट पेज पे जाओ जो कीवर्ड्स के हैं. कम्युनिटी Fascism, how the product of the labor attend to mathematical feature. The Marxist theory of the explain the inanimate object under the capitalism and can get alienated from the labor and production process, achieve the fantastic power and modern society in further calculated use of a brand one's name over the quality and over use value of the product. Introducing the first chapter, the Karl Marx proved ambitious project thus capital and critical for the political economy. Karl the analysis commodity of the capitalism to the society as a whole through the concept of the commodity specificity. The term describes the how social substitution, production, and exchange among the people take to from the relationship between the thing, money, and commodities under the capitalism. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे. रिलेशनशिप विद गांधी बियॉन्ड द contention Gallot. There is alternative experience and level young leaders in Congress should be work hard to and central leadership to definitely giving them chances say Rajasthan Chief Minister. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. जस्टिस चंद्रचूड अपॉइंट द 15th Chief Justice of India. The President Draupadi Murmu appointed Justice D.Y. Chandrachud on as the 15th Chief Justice of India. Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju said on the Monday. Justice Chandrachud will be take oath on November 9, the day after the incumbent of Justice CJ Justice the Umesh Lalit to demerit of his attending age of the 65. तो उसके रिलेटेड पूरा आर्टिकल दिया गया है. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. Interpol has no role in the curbing the state response of terrorism. Say Official Secretary General Jurgen Stock said on the less than 1% of illicit financial flowing the intercepted by the organization and crypto are being too increasing used in more of the proceeding crime. Interpol Secretary General John Strong on Monday said on the International Crime Policy Organization on the play any role curbing the state response of terrorism and focus of the preliminary ordinary law crime. DGCA gave the SpaceJet director to maintain the key in Q400 plane's engines. Aviation Regulatory Director General of Civil Aviation (DGCA) ordered to SpaceJet to take additional measures to maintain its regional aircraft fleet. 14 Bombardier Q400 aircraft following the recent incident that it smoke inside the president cabin during the flight from the Goa to Hyderabad. After the next day, at the Defense Expo, Indian Fish Military Tour to Africa (IOR) countries. India undertook a transformative journey for being the largest defense importer to the exporter. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on Monday, certainly launched the event, the 20th edition of Defense Expo in Gandhinagar. After the next article about the 41.5 crore Indian out to multi-dimensional poverty since 2005 to 2006. India has by far the largest number of poor people worldwide at the 22.8 crore, followed by the Nigeria to 9.6 crore, and there are also the 9.7 crore for children in India in 2019 to 2021. About the 41 crore people explored the poverty in India during the 15 years period between the 2005 to 2006 and 2019 to 2021, out of which two-thirds excite to in fast 10 years and above the one-third in the next 5 years, according to the Global Multidimensional Poverty Index released on Monday. After the next article, PM Modi inaugurated One Nation One Fertilizer Scheme. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday inaugurated the 600 Kisan Samriddhi Kendra, One Nation One Fertilizer Scheme that shall be step towards the beginning to modernize agriculture. अच्छा चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे जो एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से इम्पोर्टेंट है वर्ल्ड में एटलीस्ट 8 किल इन टेरिबल फ्रीज ऑन फायर एंड ईरान फॉरेस्ट ये तेहरान की न्यूज है द न्यूयॉर्क न्यूज में कैनली वेस्ट टू बाय द कंजर्वेटिव सोशल मीडिया नेटवर्क फिलर लंदन की न्यूज है पॉलिसी टू प्रूव अटैक ऑन प्रोटेस्ट ऑन द ग्राउंड ऑन चाइना's consultant बगदाद की न्यूज है इराक न्यू प्रेसिडेंट कॉल फॉर द स्पीडी गवर्नमेंट फॉर्मेशन Britain jumped to tax measure and Louis hanged by the thread. Chancellor Hunt says the exchanges will be raised to about the 32 billion per year after the economists estimate the government faced to 60 billion black hole in public finance. The Britain new finance chief Jeremy Hunt on Monday about the tax fuel the tax cut for the claim turmoil another major government U-turn that the upper leave the lowest position of the prime minister and secure state. 8 killed after the Russian attack to Ukraine city with dozen of drones. Russian attack in Ukraine capital in eastern region of Sumy killed 8 persons on Monday. Ukrainian official said on the dozen of Kiev. Ex-PM Khan will be in Pakistan by-election. Swedish parliament elected conservative prime minister see third party coalition. The Swedish parliament on Monday elected Ulf Kristersson and the conservative moderate party leader's prime minister at the head of the minority coalition that have been supported by the once radical far-right parties. Namely 5 million members for the graft, say CPC. Chinese ruling Communist Party said it investigated almost 5 million members of possible corruption over the last decade, with formal criminal cases brought against the 553. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो बिजनेस की है LIC ऑफर सिंगल प्रीमियम लाइफ प्लान टू नम धन वर्षा Life Insurance Corporation of India on the Monday introduced Dhanvarsa on the one link to one participation individual saving single premium insurance plan offering the combination of protection and saving. Sitaraman Transport, Sudaraman Finance increasing FD rates. Sriman's Transport Finance and Subharam Finance have announced the increasing fixed deposit in rate. SBI Kotak Federal Reserve revising the lending rates. The SBI, State Bank of India, Kotak Mahindra Bank and Federal Bank have revised the lending rate under the marginal cost fund basis of lending MCRL. MCL are the making consumer loans costlier. The saving small economy is the post to the consolidated recovery to set to the quicker. RBI official fight against the inflation will be voted and proclaimed in Quasan official bulletin articles. The new cast to face quarter 2 GDP growth at the 6.4%. economic activities in India have the remaining the resilient and the polarized expand further. Through the aggressive and internationally synchronized the monetary tightening have been further the weaken the global economy report the Reserve Bank of India officially have asserted small saving yield is lower than the splitted formula. The current return of small banking spring has splitted to the further formula described to determine the rate of the 44 to 77 basis point. Despite to the 10 to 30 basis increasing effect in the government on some scheme at returning the October to December quarter, according to data in RBI latest month bulletin. Frozen the petrol diesel price likely to cost OMC 7 billion till August. The Indian state-owned oil companies marketing company OMC have lost to the estimated 6.52 billion to 7 billion in petrol diesel sales on account of the various freeze in retail price between the November 2021 to August 2021. Modi Investor Service said. SEC turned to loss of the 87 crore in the September quarter on fuel cost. The cement maker SEC Ltd on the Monday reportedly consolidated net loss of the 18.187.3 crore in September quarter on the account of the steep rise in fuel cost. Sugar output to increasing 2%, 36.5 metric ton in 2022-2023 ISMA. BOM quarter 2 net double in interest rate income. Byju's raised 25 and 20, 250 million in the fresh ground funding. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो स्पोर्ट किया तो द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर